A bead of sweat sticks to your brow. Stamina depleted, your head begins to throb and muscles start to ache. Before you is the biggest and scariest enemy you have ever faced. Its wild tendrils reach out and attempt to constrict. Facing this challenge alone would be an impossible feat, and thankfully, you don't have to. Just as you start to fade from consciousness, you spot an outstretched hand of your partner. A tag is made, and now together you unleash the full power of your dynamic duo. Welcome back to another episode of the Ink Table Podcast, a Lorcana podcast where a group of fellow Illumineers gather around the metaphorical ink table and share their table talk with you. So if you enjoy lore, art, a sense of community, comedic banter, or just all things Disney, then pull up a seat and join hosts Dylan Bailey and producer John Meadows as we discuss everything you need to know about Attack of the Vine and Sets Beyond. It's very weird to hear your own voice. It's very, it's weird.
It was almost as if I was reaching over and just puppeteering John just now. Like, you were on screen just now, and you could just hear your own voice talking, but no words were actually coming out your mouth.
Yeah, I know, that's weird.
Great ventriloquism.
Maybe that's what we should have done. I just should have the whole time.
Thanks, everybody, for pulling up a seat here to the Ink Table. We got a heck of an episode in store today. It is jam-packed full of news. John, you're playing double duty here today.
Yes.
So everybody at home, be patient. Be patient with us, because John is doing his normal producer routine. He's going to be pulling a bunch of different images and cards up on screen for everybody to see if you're a video watcher. And he's also going to be helping cast today, or to co-host this particular episode, in which today we will be talking about all things that you need to know whenever it relates to Attack of the Vine. I can't say it as well as John did. That includes all the promo cards, some of the new mechanics, a bunch of the art, and a smidge of lore. And then we'll be taking a deeper look at some upcoming Disney Lorcana events and some sets beyond. So, before we kick things off, I'm going to slow things down slightly, and I want to take the time to give some thanks. First off, some thanks are in order to our audience in general. In our last podcast episode, we mentioned that our friends Carson and Phil, who just released their game Here Be Monsters on Kickstarter, that just happened. I can officially say that it was fully funded in like 4 hours. It took 4 hours to fully fund their game. Looking at it this morning, they've raised over $54,000 already, and there's still, like, by the time this podcast episode comes out, there's probably still going to be like 2 weeks left of that Kickstarter campaign. So if you haven't checked it out already, go check it out. We'd appreciate you supporting them, and they would really appreciate it. It's so cool that everybody came together like that and that everything's worked out. And it's weird. We really haven't talked about this internally, John, but looking at it in the past week, we actually, it's funny because we released a video where it was just me and you doing gameplay with Carson and Phil. That video that you can find on our YouTube channel just to see what the game is like has more views than our last podcast episode.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
With that, I would like to think that some of our audience and some of our viewers who tuned into that came over to the Kickstarter campaign. Yeah. So a big thank you to anybody who has.
Yeah, it's
and
fun.
Then
it's fun
a
game.
second,
it's, cool.
It's really fun. And you can go, if you want to try it out for yourself and you don't necessarily want to go ahead and back it, then they have free demo decks that you can get, I think.
Yeah, all you got to do is pay shipping on it, and they'll
you pay shipping. It's completely free. It comes with like 2 decks, and you can try out one of their game formats. It kind of plays like Sealed a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's just like 2 decks pre-built in, and you can play that way. It's really cool. But a second thank you, and this is a much bigger one here. This is a thank you to both Preston and the Disney Lorcana community as a whole. This is crazy. This story that it took place, you can find a short on all of our social media, on YouTube, Instagram, and everything like this. This was something that you knew about
Mm-hmm.
last week when we recorded last week's episode, and Preston knew about it. I hate that he's not here to talk about it because I would love for him to tell this story. But you, like, everybody knew about this but me. Um, so,
I almost spoiled it after that. I was it almost happened, and I almost let it slip, and I'd have felt really bad if I would.
I'm glad you didn't, because it was such a cool surprise.
Yeah.
But for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, whenever we got off of our podcast episode and we hit the button and quit recording, we went to League last week, and Preston presented me with a playmat. This was a Disney Lorcana playmat, and it was signed by a bunch of our content creator friends who we've met online, or we've met in person at like Gen Con and stuff last year, or we've interacted with, or even some of them I've even played games with online.
Yeah.
So like ROV Kirsten and Lady King, I got to play against in the Lorcana Heat challenges or tournaments and stuff, and even Ryan Miller somehow miraculously came through for one day, and Preston was able to get him to sign this, so that was huge.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, Liam, again, I wish Preston was here for this, but Liam really came through from what I understand. He was like, "Hey, I really want to help with this," and he took this playmat from Preston, took it like backstage to where all the casters and everybody was, where Rebecca and Baker and JDZ and everybody was, and he kept it back there like all day. He said it only took like 5 minutes, but just getting everybody to come through and sign it.
Yeah.
This is probably my most prized Disney Lorcana possession in my entire collection now.
Oh yeah.
It's I've talked about it a little bit on a personal level, and I like we're very open here.
Yeah.
I'm not lucky and fortunate enough to always have the ability to attend these events, these
Mm-hmm.
major DLCs and stuff like that. I would have really loved to have went to Richmond this year and chose to go to Disney World for the Festival of the Arts instead.
Yeah. That's okay. That was a good choice.
I think so. But looking ahead at season 3 in Gen Con right next month,
Mm.
I really hope to get out to one and to take this playmat with me, and just to be in the vibe of the community as a whole. To personally, in person, thank everybody who has already signed this playmat, and get some more signatures on there of our other friends that we meet along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, the story was the best. I mean, that was the best part of the story that goes along with the mat is just as great as the mat. It really is. I mean, it was awesome.
I think that's what makes it, is like the story,
Yeah.
just in general. Like, it wouldn't mean as much if it wasn't for the story of not only him, but just like the community coming together to make
Yeah.
that happen.
Yeah.
But speaking of Preston, I guess we gotta address the elephant in the room, right?
Yeah, I
Because
suppose, yeah.
yeah, it's clearly Preston is MIA from this podcast episode.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Have you talked to Preston a whole lot at all here recently?
No, not for a couple days. It is a holiday weekend, by the way. If anybody, it is today is the 4th of July, but I haven't
Yeah,
talked to him in a couple days.
I've seen him here or there, whatever, like his like just messages here or there. But I really haven't talked to Preston either. But I will say that, like, before we started recording today, I did receive an envelope,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know how well it's SOS,
SOS. Wow.
but
Okay.
back
That's serious. All right. All right. Okay.
so
Uh
postcard.
oh. Well, we put those postcards to use then, I guess.
Yes, he did. Oh gosh, let's see. Oh, okay. So it is from Preston.
Uh,
Searching for Buzz Iconic,
okay.
Lost in Wilds, Attacked by Vine.
Well, okay. Great. That's awesome. Just
That
Awesome.
checks out. That
Yeah.
all checks out.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Him
things
and
you
his
do
buzz,
for a
man.
buzz. Yeah. The things people do for a buzz. Lightyear, not a buzz.
Well,
Make that clear what kind of buzz I'm talking about.
but he did go ahead and he listed some of his spotlight cards here. And I know
Oh,
that
okay,
that's
good.
one thing that we always love to do. That's great. So even though we couldn't make it, it's cool that he got to turn those in for us, because every time we have a new set that comes out and these card reveals start to happen, we go along and we choose to spotlight certain cards that maybe that might not get a whole lot of love, right? Or maybe it will down the line, but cards that really speak to us and resonate with us, whether it be mechanically because we want to play with it, or the art, or the character themselves. So Preston's here. The first one that he has listed is this Merlin, the envisioning the future. And if anybody's followed along, then you know that we are huge fans of Merlin here at the Ink Table.
Mm-hmm.
Like lore related. Again, you can't see his legs. All these Merlin cards where you can't see the guy's legs.
We know he
But we
has
promise
legs,
they're
though.
there.
Yeah, we've seen the extended
We
art. He
do.
has legs. We know it.
So this Merlin envisioning the future. He's a 4-cost, uninkable, 1/4 that quest for 2. And this, I think the image we have pulled up here too, everybody can see this is a promo.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the special border around it, and it is stamped with the Attack of the Vine. So we'll talk a little bit more about this later too. But this is one of the promo cards that you will be able to get within the new pre-release, the pre-release kits or pre-release boxes whenever you go participate in pre-release for Attack of the Vine.
All right.
But these abilities here, minor trickery. When you play this character, you may draw a card from the bottom of your deck, not the top.
Okay.
And then age of inconvenience. When this character is banished, put this card from your discard on the bottom of your deck.
Okay.
Some interesting mechanics here. The big one, I think, is that minor trickery where you can draw cards, like whenever you play him, you can draw from the bottom of your deck.
Hmm.
I saw this, and I go back to some of the Sapphire decks I've built in the past with the Scry ability. There's tons of cards that you can play that allow you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck and keep one on top and put the other on the bottom, or put one into your hand and put the other on the bottom of your deck and stuff like that.
Right.
This takes a whole new level of paying attention whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. Because now, if you're not necessarily drawing from the top, maybe it would benefit you more to put the card that you really want on the bottom of your deck. That way, whenever you play this Merlin, you're going to be able to draw that card from the bottom of your deck.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's also a bunch of cards that they tell you that you got to put. Let's say you got to put like 3 or 4 cards on the bottom of your deck, but put them back in the order, in any order you want. Think in the past, it really hasn't been a big deal what order you put them back, because the chances are you're not going to draw into them anyways because they're on the bottom. But now that you can draw from the bottom of your deck, that order that you put those cards back is going to be so much more important.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that it's taken this long to get a card that has that mechanic. You know, because for how long? Well, I guess since chapter 1, we've had put one on the bottom, one on the top. You know, but we've never had a card where you draw from the bottom before. So it never makes sense to put it on the bottom. So because you'll never see it again unless you're milling. I mean, yeah, it's.
See, and I think of this offensively, of like using it to your advantage.
Yeah,
I think Preston, one of the things that he was talking about was the defensive side of this. Of there's so many cards, like Under the Sea, for instance, that opponents may play against you that put your cards on the bottom of the deck.
Right.
But now you can use Merlin to kind of like counteract that a little bit. Whenever they're spitting your cards and putting them on the bottom, you can now just use him to bring those cards back into your hand.
That's true. I didn't think about that. So yeah, really cool card.
Really cool. Great mechanics.
Yeah.
And then his second one that he has here is Besties Assemble! Exclamation point there, just like Attack of the Vine. If I can pull this one up. So this is a turning red card, and it's a common card, but I think that this is a common card that tons of people are excited for, and it will probably show up in a lot of decks. This is a new staple card for sure.
Yeah.
It's a one cost inkable action. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a character card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. This is a develop your brain, but better.
Yeah.
The only difference is it has to be for a character.
I like it. I like it a lot. It might even go in my Ember Steel deck. I haven't decided yet. Probably will, though.
The only thing, and that's a good call, right? Is you would think that this would go into a lot of song decks. So you look at the top 4 cards. You may reveal a character card and put them on the bottom of your deck, like the rest of them. But it
Right.
has to be a character. So if you're wanting to play this in like your Amber Steel song deck, or if you're wanting to play it in a new Amber Ruby song deck using these new turning red cards, the only downfall that I see with this is if you're wanting to hit songs
Yep.
and you play this, you reveal the top 4. Yes, you might get a character, but then you're sending those crucial songs that you need to the bottom of your deck, and you're
Right.
not necessarily getting them into your hand.
Yeah.
So
That's the only.
I'll
that's
be
the
interested
drawback.
to see the. I'll be interested to see the conversion.
Yeah. And that's why, what little bit of fiddling with decks I've done so far, I haven't put it in there yet because it's like, well, we'll talk about the other card that I would more rather have later, but
Yeah. But then getting in 2 of my picks here. First off is this Gaston. This Gaston's not getting a lot of love, and I look at this and I'm like, this is a Dylan card that I could turn around right now. If I didn't feel like building a new deck, I could take the same deck that I've been running for the past 3 sets essentially and just slot him in and he would fit perfectly. But this is Gaston Superior Archer. He is a 5 cost inkable 3/4, so he doesn't die to removal, or he's not banished to your removal like Under the Sea and stuff like that. But his ability, watch this. When you play this character, you may banish chosen character with 5 strength or more. This is hard removal in Amber, which Amber doesn't have a whole lot of hard removal. And no, it might sound conditional of you're only going to be able to do this to strong characters that have 5 strength or more. But when you're running this in a deck like mine that centers itself around support, one of the key things that I've shown off to a lot of people is you can use that support keyword not only on your own characters, but on your opponent's characters as well.
right.
World's Greatest Criminal Mind is like quest your characters, gain the lore, pass the support to your opponents. You can use the World's Greatest Criminal Mind on them. That Minnie Mouse Darling Princess that I love, that 4 cost card. That when she quests, you can. That's more hard removal. Banish a chosen character with 5 strength or more. Gaston works the same way. You just crank your opponent's character strength up past 5 or 5 or more. Play Gaston, they're gone,
Yeah.
and they don't even have to be exerted or anything.
No, I'm surprised this card's not getting more love than what it is. I think it's a fantastic card. I mean,
I do too.
just to be, on turn 5, or hold on to it till your opponent gets out bigger characters and you slap that down. Because there's a lot of five strength, characters out there. So
Yeah, I mean, there really is, and with the power creep of the game, it seems like strength is increased more and more, and I think this goes into the what is it, the Raging Storm conversation that they had here recently. Whenever they looked at the ink collars and they didn't make B prep, or like they didn't reprint it, but they gave us a board wipe with the Raging Storm,
Right.
and it was in Amber. And they kind of alluded to it that Amber doesn't have a way to remove cards a whole lot of times. So seeing some love that way, giving us some hard removal there, but it being this consistent trend. I think most of the removal that we have is consistently you have to do it to characters with 5 strength or more.
yeah, you have to.
So
This next one.
then my
the
second
art.
pick here,
I love the art on this
the
one.
art, I do too. The next one is Lumpy. This is Lumpy, the Hunny Druid with that Hunny tag. We're finally seeing the Hunny tag pop off. We saw it whenever the Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard was reprinted back in Fable, that they kind of altered him slightly, giving him this brand new tag. And in Attack of the Vine, we finally get to see the payoff with all the new Hunny characters. But this is a 5-cost inkable 3/6 that quest for 2. Like you said, the art is just fantastic. I love it for
really
that.
is. It's great.
But he's super strong body, 3/6. The guy quest for 2, that's super strong, and then he has this ability, welcome healing. When you play this character, you may move up to 2 damage from chosen character to chosen opposing character. This reminds me a lot of the 5-cost Bell Accomplished Mystic. I don't think I don't know if she's in rotation still or not, honestly. I don't know. I don't remember if she got reprinted.
I can't keep up. I can't. I don't know what else what. I have to look, do a hard look.
See, she's a Floodborn, so you are able to shift her out for cheaper than her initial 5 cost. But she is a 4/4 that moves 3 damage, whereas Lumpy is a 3/6 that moves 2 damage. Even though he moves 1 less damage, I think that overall his body alone makes him a better card.
Yeah. Yeah, and that art.
And then moving on to some of your picks, John.
Yeah, I have a couple. Shockingly, this is kind of one we hinted at before. The how do you say that? Maylene?
Maylene.
Okay, Maylene. I have not seen Turning Reds yet,
Red.
so I don't know a whole lot. This one's the 3-cost. 2/3 with the red panda power. When you play this character, look at the top four cards of your deck. You may reveal a red panda character. That's not why I have it in my deck. It's the other part. Or a song card and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So it's kind of like an aerial that's been
the
set out. The
Spectacular Singer?
Yeah, the Spectacular Singer, where you can look at the top four cards, keep a song card, put it in the bottom, which is great for digging for songs. She's a 3-cost singer where I think Ariel was a 5. Man, it's been a while since I've played that card. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
yeah, I think Ariel did have the singer ability.
Yeah, this one doesn't, which is okay. Still, to be able to dig to find cards, song cards, is huge for any kind of steel song or song deck. You want to be able to dig for those cards. So, and a 3-cost. So I'm happy that they've given Amber something like an aerial, because I have missed, I have missed that aerial card. That aerial card was always great. Everybody, oh, here we go, so.
You missed whiffing?
Yeah, I missed whiffing because I did whiff a lot. It's the worst.
I think everybody did.
Yeah, and the
let's hope that she's more consistent than Ariel.
Yes,
was.
Fingers crossed. And the other card, it's not so much the card that I like because of anything it does. It's more, especially the Enchanted, the Todd and Copper card of the Emerald card, because it's literally a shift 2 and they gain evasive. I mean, it's nothing special. It's Todd and Copper, and the art on it is fantastic. I love that. I don't usually chase enchanteds, but that is an enchanted I hope I can pull, or hopefully somebody can pull and I can trade for it. Because I really like.
You're a big dogs person. You love you and your wife. You guys love all the Disney dogs.
Yep.
So
all the dogs.
All the 101 Dalmatians and everyone in between, and Todd and Copper. Man, I wish you had the lunchbox setting there.
I know. Oh, look, I still have it sitting right here next to my computer. How funny is that? Yeah, I still have my lunchbox sitting next to Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that.
So for anybody who doesn't know, what's the story behind this lunchbox here?
This is my lunchbox that I carried to kindergarten. This is a Fox and a Hound. It's a metal Aladdin lunchbox. Comes with it's the actual one I still have, and I still have the thermos in it. It's a little rusty. I had forgotten all about it, and somehow it ended up at my brother's house with his old lunchbox, and he brought it back to me and said, Hey, I found this at my house. I don't know how it got there, but yeah, this was my first lunchbox that I carried to grade school was the Fox and the Hound until the G.I. Joe one came out, and then I was all G.I. Joe all the time. But yeah, it's
I hear
funny.
you.
I still have that. I need to put it in something because I think it's the reason it's still sitting here was the last time on the show we talked about it. It just happened to be from here. I haven't moved it, so. But yeah. Todd and the Fox and the Hound was one of the first Disney movies I ever saw when I was a kid, and I loved animals and dogs and cats and things like that. And I was never allowed to have pets, so that was I had to live vicariously through movies and stuff. But yeah, it's funny that I just happened to have it sitting right here. That was not planned. I just I'd forgot it was.
No, I don't even
here.
think that we were going to talk about that.
No.
It
It just happened to be there. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Look, here it is. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited just to get the card. You know, even if I don't play with it, the regular art, but the enchanted card is. These enchanted set. We'll talk about that later too. These are. They look great.
You got to get the enchanted, get it slabbed up, and then keep it inside the lunchbox.
Yeah. Or I can make a stand. Put the lunchbox on one side and the card on the other. Have set it on a shelf, and people be
there you go.
"What's that weird guy got it sitting in his living room on the shelf? That's so strange."
You should start a whole museum.
Yeah.
No, I think that is a great transition to where we can just go ahead and start talking about this new enchanted art style, because every set of Disney Lorcana, especially here recently, they just continue to increasingly get better and better and better.
Yeah, they really
It's so cool. And last set we had this Art Nouveau inspired Lore Nouveau, as they called it. And then this set, we have the brand new Cinemayhem. What a name for this in general. And it runs over from the Enchanteds and the Iconics. It's very reminiscent of movie trailer posters. Mm-hmm. And as my wife pointed out, the movie covers, like the old VHS covers and stuff that you would see, very reminiscent to that art style that you would see too. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to spotlight a couple more of those Enchanteds, and then we'll talk about the Iconics from this set as well. But Preston, I know I feel bad for him. I feel so bad because he can't catch a break. No. He is in the process right now of trying to complete, and it's going to be constant. It's going to be ongoing forever. But this is a binder, one of the films that completely resonates with him, that he enjoys more so than any other Disney IP or franchise or Pixar IP or franchise, is Toy Story. It's a movie that he grew up on. He really enjoys, mostly Buzz. He loves Buzz Lightyear. So, I mean, again, the guy attacked by vines, he's lost out in the wilds right now. He's searching for that iconic Buzz.
Well, search for a box of Attack of the Vines, because you're going to need it for this.
Yeah, this enchanted Buzz and Woody, best buddies.
Yeah.
This is a 7-cost inkable 4/4 with the ability. Oh, a quest for 3, but the abilities to infinity. When you play this character, if chosen opponent has more cards in their hand than you, draw cards until you have that same number. And then the ability and beyond, whenever this character quests, you may play a card with 2 or less for free. This is not only a cool card for a collector like Preston who wants Toy Story cards, but man, Toys is the new dogs. Toys is the new dogs. Well, we're getting rid of Tramp. Everybody wanted him gone. This is going to be the type of deck that we're going to run now. This Amber Emerald Toys, low cost. You're going to be able to play a bunch of them out for free using the Woodies and this card here, while also turning it into a draw engine. That when you play this character, you're going to, it's just like, kind of like the Clarabelle is what it reminds me of a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
such a cool card.
Yeah, it's a cool card, but man, I'm going to get tired of seeing toys.
Running running theme with all of these too is every one of these cards, as our podcast listeners, they get to see the cool names or the cool titles for our podcast episodes.
Yeah.
That's the one benefit that they get. This episode is called Dynamic Duos. Not only is it Dynamic Duos because there's two of us hosting instead of the normal trio,
Yeah.
but there is a running theme with these new cards in this set, and I'm pretty sure that every enchanted and every iconic is a dynamic duo.
Yeah, I think so.
These are these new team up cards or these team cards, and it's reminiscent of the Flotsam and Jetsam that we got way back in the day, and I believe Chip and Dale was another one where the card itself has the name of two different characters, and you will be able to shift it on top of any character with that name.
Right.
But then the next one here, if I can find the one that I'm looking for, I'm lost in the sauce. John, help me out here. Carl Fredrickson and Russell here. And I know you're excited for these. This made your wish list.
Yeah, I did. This is a cool looking card too. 2 enchanteds. The RNG gods. I need 3 enchanteds in my box or my case again, and it has to be 2 of the. It has to be. And now that I've said it out loud, it will be 1 enchanted in the case, and it will be. I've jinxed it, but yeah, this one's so cool. The art on it, it's very Indiana Jonesy feeling.
Yeah, for sure. Its adventure is out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it fits the up theme perfectly because it was adventure. So, but yeah, I like this card a lot.
It captures so much from that movie all in one piece of art.
Yeah, there is so much in there. There's the bottle cap in his hand. There's the dogs way back in the background. The blimp. You see the house in the far off, which I think that is actually is the house with the balloons. Is that the art that we saw that they hinted at? Was that the Enchanted? You remember we just saw, or was that in another piece of Attack of the Vines art that I'm thinking of? Okay, I think it's in just the main. Never mind. The main thing has the art. I thought that was, I don't know. I really zoomed in to see everything,
all the details.
Yeah,
because there's so much dimension to this card and this particular piece of art. You could see so far back. You're right. I mean, like you got Paradise Falls all the way back there with the house, dude. Kevin here with Doug wrapped around his leg.
Yep. Doug hanging on to Kevin. I mean, it is this one. Now I need to go back to all of them and really like download them and pinch and zoom and enhance and see if all of them are like this. But that is a movie poster thing. If you, especially in the 80s movie poster, you go back and you look at the Star Wars and Indiana Jones and those ones that were done by, I can't remember the artist's name right off the top of my head who did all those old movie posters, but they were like that. They had all kinds of little things. They told the entire movie in that poster. You just didn't know it until after you saw the movie, and you're like, well, there was a spoiler right there in front of me, and I didn't even pick it up the first time.
I was here the whole time.
Yeah. So amazing art, just amazing.
Right, and then the Enchanted that I personally like more than all the rest. I mean, that up one's really good too. But this one here is the team of Maleficent and Diablo. This one it evokes old school Disney to me.
It really does.
And I like that more than anything. It's a 7-cost inkable 6/5 that quest for 2. I like birds. I just like birds in general. So Diablo's always cool. It's a shift 5. But these abilities here, the Fools, and you may put 5 cards from your discard on the bottom of your deck in order to shift this character for free.
Yeah.
Anytime you can play a card for free, that's strong. That's super powerful. And I don't know if you remember this. I know our audience, they weren't there. but I used to run a amethyst still deck back in the day. It was a Jafar will deck essentially,
Yeah, I
but
remember
it
that.
was literally only composed of like Jafar and Maleficence, and that was it.
Yeah.
So having all the Jafars, all the Maleficents, sitting there, being able to mill myself and get cards into my discard, it would have been so easy to shift this card out for free.
Hmm.
So I'm interested if we can pull something off like that again. And then the ability Raven's Call. During your turn, whenever this character exerts, draw a card. So built in draw engine as well.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, whether you're challenging, singing, questing, you get to draw a card every time it exerts.
And it's a that's a fantastic card. I mean, not only can you shift it out for free, but you can draw a card when it's exerted. That's crazy. It's crazy.
The art's just so cool.
Yeah. The art is old school Disney feeling, which I think of when you have a Maleficent, it should be that old school art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I guess that brings us to the two big cards, the ones that people care about more than anything, especially all these new collectors that are coming into the market,
Yeah.
and that is the Iconics. We once again have two Iconics this set. The first of which is Belle and Beast, and man, is this is really really cool. This is really stinking cool.
The first time I saw it, I kind of went, it's neat. I like it. But the more I look at it, the more and more and more I like it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah. At
it's
first,
elegant.
yeah,
It's
it
so
really
elegant.
is. Yeah, and it feels more like a movie poster than any of them, with Gaston
Right.
in Belle's dress, with the mob falling behind him, and yeah, I mean, you could just take the
You know, it,
text
it
off and
almost feels Broadway.
yeah,
Not even like movie related. It just feels like you're about to go and watch a play.
yeah, yeah, it really does. It's like I said, the more and more I see it, the more and more I like it. I'll never see one, but
Well, hopefully we do, right? Hopefully we have
hopefully,
somebody
I
who
hope somebody does.
pulls one locally, even if it's not amongst ourselves, and we get to like in any of the iconics that we show off today, and we get to see it in person because these are going to look so much cooler in person than the art that we're showing off here.
Yeah,
Uh, but these are also the first dual ink iconics that we've received, so it's
hmm
interesting to see how they go about doing that because I think Buzz's was so cool last set in Wilds with the metallic look that he had on of the green that he had everywhere.
yeah,
But this happened to encapsulate two different ink colors throughout the card. They do such a cool job of that, not only in the abilities and the text and everything here, but you see it. You have like this ruby color in the strength, the willpower, the name, and the ink cost up top. And then you have the sapphire in the ability here. It's
hmm
a shift 6, Spiring Dance whenever this character quest. Ready all cards in your inkwell. This is that big Mufasa ability that we saw back in, I think, Shimmering Skies.
I think so.
And Mufasa wasn't played a lot, and whenever it was played, it was like a 2 of in
Yeah,
a lot of the Sapphire decks because it costs so much. This card shifts. It's a
right.
shift 6 that you're going to be able to shift on top of any character named Belle or Beast. So this is super powerful. And then this ability, Appreciative Audience, spend 6 ink, ready your other characters they can't quest for the rest of this turn.
Mm,
No, that sounds like a lot, but in Sapphire, even if you're already at this point to where you already have at least 6 ink to be able to shift this card out anyways,
right.
you just quest all of your characters, pay the 6, ready them back up, and then protect them from being challenged or anything like that. This is a super powerful card. And you go back to what we were talking about before of with the up enchanted, being
hmm
able to look at it and see all the details. You have Beast Castle in the background. You have the Vine, which is still present within all of these. That's running. It really encapsulates the set as a whole, being able to
Right.
see that Vine go throughout all the cards. But then you have Gaston and you have LeFou also in Ruby, and even behind the strength and the willpower, you can see like the the mob song essentially
Yeah.
taking place with everybody like raising their pitchforks and torches and stuff. It's such a beautiful card,
Yeah,
and I
they
can't
really
wait to
did.
see it in person.
Yeah.
They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they really did. And man, a storyborn team, hero, prince, princess. There's a lot of words on that card. There is a
A
lot
lot
of
of
words.
classifications for
Yeah.
sure. There's plenty of synergy that could happen with this card.
Yeah.
And then the last card we're going to showcase here from the Cinemayhem look, this iconic Lilo and Stitch. This card comes at a sad time. Um, the voice actress for Lilo just recently passed away.
Mm-hmm.
We know that these cards they're printed, they're picked months in advance.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a clue. They had no idea, and I just think that the timing of everything with her passing, this card releasing all at once, it's kind of beautiful in a way. It puts more meaning behind this card,
Right.
and I think that there's going to be a price tag associated with both of these.
Oh yeah.
This one, I don't know how to look at it.
Uh,
I mean, just again, talking about the art real quick before we get into pricing.
yeah.
This one's great. It shows off Jumba. You got all the different like I guess they're vinelings, but they're reminiscent of the other cousins, the other experiments and stuff there.
Right.
You have different scenes from of Lilo and Stitch, and then like the core base card of them sliding down on like one of these giant lily pads. You also still get here, and again that vine, probably more so than any other card, coming through full force and showing off that this is a card from Attack of the Vine.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is another
Great card, shifts early.
adventure poster look. I mean, it just screams it.
Yeah, Cinemayhem's great. But talking about the pricing real quick, we see how Buzz got with the value of his iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Merida's not necessarily the same, but Buzz for sure, because that he's such a big deal. Pixar is such a big deal, and Toy Story is a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that Lilo and her passing is as well. But how do we think that these cards, all of them, the Enchanteds, the Iconics, stuff like that, how do we think their value is going to increase or stay about the same or whatever, based on the fact that we have multiple characters represented in the art,
Right.
not just a singular character?
I personally think that enchanted prices are going to be crazy again. Just by, I mean, if you look at pre-release sales of some of these people who are selling, well, it's like the other day on Whatnot. I know we don't talk a lot about market and this and that, but the other day on Whatnot, someone was selling packs of Attack of the Vine that got them early for $54 a pack, and people on there were buying them. It's like, what in the world? That's how some of this was before all the cards were revealed, which was crazy. That somebody got access to that early. But I mean, a lot of the places are charging $250 a box for $225 a box already for Attack of the Vine. So I think this set is going to be an expensive set to get as far as enchanteds and product. Again, as much as I hate to say that, we fuss about the poker bros, but I don't know if it's all poker bros. It's just investors and collectors, But I don't know. I think, but with the way these enchanteds look, we always have some that enchanteds are $100, $50. So
Right.
I don't think there's going to be any that's under $120 this time, because they're all of
They
them
all
are
look fantastic.
Yeah, they all are fantastic, and
And they all have multiple characters.
yeah, and they're all not like second fiddle players. They're all they're all the stars of whatever. They are the main characters of whatever. So yeah, it's.
Well, I take that back. They don't all have two characters. I do remember like Mike. Mike is on here. We didn't show him off.
I forgot about Mike, but
But that's still fantastic art.
Yeah. Well, the Mickey and Minnie, you got Buzz and, so who else we got? We got Violet and Dash, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. It's luckily I don't
It's
buy.
scary.
It is
The
scary.
market is, be glad and be hopeful for anything that you pull. Appreciate it. I I know anytime that we pull any enchanted or anything, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you're chasing stuff, if you're like Preston and you got to you're really really bent on getting a specific character or a specific chase, good luck. May your may your packs be
Yeah,
blessed.
yeah. I mean, that's all you can do is just hope for the best. Hopefully, you get something that somebody else wants, and they get yours, and you can trade. I mean, uh, I don't know. It is. We've reached a point in the game where it is. We had a quiet little game. we we enjoyed it, and we didn't have to worry about. Sure, we had Dumbos that were $40 and stuff like that. But
Tomatoas every now and
Tomatoes
then.
every now and then. But I mean, I got to say though, the wild set, at least those cards were reasonable this time. Because the pull rates were so much better. So they weren't crazy
Right.
prices of those. But man, some of the
Yeah,
enchantments
if you're
are
looking
insane.
if you're looking to get them to play with,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
sure,
Exactly.
it makes it easier.
Yeah. But anybody who collects enchanteds, I feel for you. I feel for you.
But while I have you here, John, before we move on, I'm glad that you're here on this episode because I think that you're someone who can bring a lot of expertise into this. This is a topic that we've had internally and we've talked about within the Discord itself. But we now have every card revealed for Attack of the Vine, I do believe, or at least all the base cards.
Yeah.
And we are still missing some prevalent Toy Story characters. And again, Preston's the Toy Story guy, but you're the toy guy in general, in real life. You're the toy guy. So knowing that there are characters like Slinky Dog and Mr. Potato Head and characters like that play such a huge role in Toy Story and they don't have cards yet. A lot of people have asked for them, but is there any insight that you can give and that a lot of people might not understand whenever it comes to the licensing of some of these characters because they're not just characters or toys that appear in Toy Story.
Right. It's got to be trademarks. That's a big thing. Mr. Potato Head is Hasbro. Anything Mr. Potato Head is Hasbro. Slinky Dog is actually, they used to be Poof Slinky, but it's actually a company bought it called Just Play. And they have the rights for the physical pull toy and the brand name. So I'm assuming that, cards like that are just not in there because, they've got to pay extra licensing fees for those kind of things. Now, why Green Army Men are not in here, I don't know. That one's one that I figured would be in here. Nobody owns the rights, as far as I know, to Green Army Men. But it's got to be a licensing issue because I'm trying to think who else haven't we seen other than Mr. Potato Head and Slinky Dog that's a major Toy Story character.
Well, right now they're really rolling out Toy Story 1 characters, but if we get to the point of Toy Story 2, that's when Barbie was introduced.
Right. Ken.
So, like Barbie and Ken.
Mike.
Is that Hasbro?
One. That's Hasbro. Till All Are One. No, that's Mattel. I think Barbie has Mattel. I think Barbie's Mattel. I can't remember now.
Okay.
But anyway.
What about Etch-a-Sketch?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know who has Etch-a-Sketch. I think that's Hasbro because they pretty much bought up all the board game stuff. They own, they own Shoots and Ladders and games like that. That's all Hasbro. That's the funny thing in the toy industry. That is the motto for when you mention Hasbro. Hasbro, till all are one, because they just keep buying and buying and buying. But yeah, I think Etch a Sketch is that. But like the Mike toy and the robot and stuff like that, those are based off of Fisher Price toys. I don't know who owns Fisher Price.
Right.
Fisher Price. If there was only a search engine, it's
A
Mattel.
way to figure all that out.
Yeah, so Mattel owns it. So when you're dealing with stuff like that, it's licensing can get expensive. And
I'm sure they own, or Disney probably owns the rights to be able to use the Toy Story specific versions or characters whenever it comes to in parks, right? In your Toy Story lands and stuff like that, or merchandising. I don't know how trading card games fall in line with merchandising. I don't know if that would be something separate. To me, it would be.
I would assume.
Slightly.
I would assume so.
So that that's different than a shirt, right?
Right.
If you turn around and you have a shirt or a toy based on the Toy Story inspired character, then maybe that falls under the rights that you have in the licensing deal of merchandising. But a whole separate character card in a TCG, that's a little different whenever it comes to these toys that exist in real life.
Right.
And a lot of these people, we see it in Toy Story 5. We're in the age of technology. There's a lot of people that don't realize that, hey, these toys that you're seeing in Toy Story, these were actual physical toys that back in the day you could really play with.
And the other thing it may be too is it may be tied to Toy Story. When you see a shirt that has like Buzz, or it still says Toy Story on it, where cards, the Woody card doesn't say Toy Story on it. So that may be a way that it's written that, it's a Toy Story item. We're not profiting off the Mr. Potato Head character. We're profiting off of Toy Story. Whereas in the card game, it would be Mr. Potato Head. It would, and that would, which
it's like Winnie the Pooh, right? I think all of our Winnie the Pooh cards.
Yeah.
Do we still have one that you can pull up?
That's
actually,
what I'm looking to see here.
Lumpy. Like we have
see.
Lumpy and stuff that we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
but
and
all of those cards
in
the bottom right-hand corner, not only does it reference like Ravensburger and all that, but the fact that it is a licensed product owned by, is it AA Mini or Millie?
AA Mini and E.H. Shepard. It says it right down in the bottom corner. Yep.
Right, and every Winnie the Pooh card has that down in the corner. It's extra that they have to add. They could easily, if they wanted to actually pay the price, work with Disney and work with Disney's previous partners whenever it comes to Hasbro and Mattel and everyone else, they could easily do the exact same thing. But that's a lot of extra work.
Yeah, it is.
And licensing's such a big deal, and I know that we all scream that we'd like to see this character, we'd like to see this character. Man, Tarzan would have been fantastic to get in Attack of the Vine.
Yeah.
And I know that's something we've all asked for, but there are huge licensing problems there with that entire character, to where you don't even see that character in the parks anymore. Right. He had one attraction in Disneyland. It was like Tarzan's Treehouse, and they even scrapped that and changed the name and redesigned it because they don't deal fighting. Disney themselves don't deal fighting with the people who own the licensing,
right,
or the trademark.
Well, and the other thing you got to think of too is Hasbro also would be a competitor to Ravensburger, because they own Wizards of the Coast, which has magic. Hasbro, till all are one. Hasbro, they own the rights to Magic the Gathering. So, that's another direct competitor to Lorcana. So they could say, well, we're not going to give you the rights to this card or this character because, that would be a direct competition. So licensing is funny. Licensing is a weird rabbit hole that when you dive down, it's like you just shake your head and go, I don't understand that. You know,
Right. And we
it's
thought Disney owned everything.
yeah. Hasbro in the toy world owns everything. I mean, they own everything. They have ended up buying my childhood. You know, I mean, they own GI Joe, they own Transformers, they own Mask, they own Marvel, they own or the Marvel rights, they own whatever else. I mean, they own everything.
D&D.
D&D, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy how much they own. So it does
Like,
not
how do you
surprise
own
me.
all of Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I know, right? And I mean, there's toys of them. There is money to be made. I mean, if Hasbro can make money on it, by golly, they're going to buy it and make money on it.
Well, Ravensburger will too.
Yeah, yes. But I am 99% sure that is, you know, one of the reasons they're not, you know, couldn't get the license to stuff like that, because it's Hasbro, and Hasbro probably, I mean, and they make board games too, and Ravensburger makes board games. You know, it's like they're a direct competitor.
Villainous.
Yeah, villainous. So, you know, Hasbro and Ravensburger, even though Hasbro's way up here and Ravensburger's way down here, you know, I can't imagine the licensing that they would have to go through to get it. But I would say that's a fun thing. Good for licensing lawyers. Good for you. You got a job.
I don't. Yeah, Ravensburger doesn't want to play with any more lawyers.
No, they don't.
But then we can hop on from that and transition over to promo cards, because there are tons of promo cards that we can get our hands on in Attack the Vine. The list is very, very strenuous.
Yeah.
The first and foremost, these two don't necessarily apply to me and you, or especially you, because you don't really participate in set championships.
No.
But they've revealed these set champ stuff, and first off, you have the mat, right? Which I know this isn't a card.
Right.
But talking about set champs, this is a mat. This is goes back to one of our conversations that we had previously of what is the biggest Pixar IP added in Attack of the Vine. We said it was Monsters, Inc. This kind of further proves that point with the fact that their entire champion mat that you can get from winning a set championship is this. I believe it's a what is the name of that card? We even talk about it later on.
Yeah, let me scroll down here and see if I can find it real quick.
If I didn't have you.
Yeah, if I didn't have you. I had to lean my bifocals up for my old man eyes to see it, and you saw it before I did.
Is that Randy Newman who sings that too?
You know what? I don't. I think so. Probably he does most of the songs for Pixar movies. So yeah, probably. If I had to guess, I don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you.
We'll talk about that card a little bit later on in this segment. But yeah, you have that art on this championship playmat that you get here, and you would think that you would be able to turn around and get that as your participation promo and your top 8 promo and stuff too. But for the first time since we've started set championships, the playmat and the promo card that you will receive from making top 8 are completely different.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it is weird. It's very strange. But the set champ card that you'll be getting instead, again, you will receive a non-foil version for participation, just by participating in one of these. And if you make top 8, then you can get your hands on this Rapunzel Escaping the Tower. It is a 1-cost, inkable, 2/1 that quest for 1, an Emerald Storyborn Hero Princess with the ability The Call of Adventure. Once during your turn, you may discard a card to give this character +1 lore and evasive until the start of your next turn. Seems like a pretty powerful card. It's a beautiful princess, and it reminds me a lot, this art style in particular, reminds me a lot of this new, what is this new Curator's Collection box? I don't think we have it in our notes, or we don't have an image of it here. But there is a new box that's getting ready to release alongside Attack of the Vine, actually.
At Disney parks. Yep.
And I can't pronounce the word right. Heroines,
Heroines, I think so.
It's not heron.
No, it's heroines. Heroines? I don't know.
but
Heroines?
it has 6 different cards, unique cards, alternative art
Yeah.
of different Disney princesses, and I think that you could take this Rapunzel here from Set Championship and put her right alongside those other 6, and she'd fit in great with them.
Yeah. I want that set bad. Me and my Disney park buddy is literally trying to find somebody to get us those on the 17th. Because
My parents are literally there right now, and I'm like, you couldn't have waited a week or two?
no.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, good for them. It's cooler there than it is here, but not by much.
Even old Kentucky, right? Dan from who
Yeah.
shows up to our locals and stuff. He's there this week, and I'm like, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
2
could have
weeks. That's
you
all
could have
had to
waited
do.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Waited 2 weeks, and you could have went over and hopped in line with the other 5,000 people.
Yeah. Sure, I'm sure
Disney
he'd be
Springs.
more happy to. He's got 4 kids, or 4 family members, his wife and 2 kids. They could all stand in line and each buy one for us. It would have been perfect. So,
Yep,
but no,
that'd have been great.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. So we'll see what happens.
I'm not looking forward to paying the resale price of those, and I
No.
hope that Ravensburger does like they did the D23
Yeah,
boxes,
I hope so.
where they have an opportunity later on where they have not necessarily a sweepstakes. I'm not sure what you would call it.
A raffle. That's what
you
I call it. Was
a raffle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, where you still go ahead, you put your payment information in, and then you have the potential to win.
Yeah.
Because that's how I got the D23 box.
Yeah, I got one
Is
that way
from
too.
that raffle.
Yep. Yeah, that was my second because I opened the first, and well, that's a whole nother story. But but yeah, that's
But
how I got it.
speaking of the release of Attack of the Vine here, one of the things that you're going to be able to do and participate in is that pre-release event on July 17th of Attack of the Vine. And we've seen this image before of what the pre-release kits look like, where you get your pre-release box, you get 6 packs of Attack of the Vine, you get 1 of 6 random promo cards, which that's why we're talking about it, is because this is our promo section. But you also get 1 of 3 random posters that are included. In last pre-release kits, you had 1 of 3 postcards, kind of like this one here. And instead, this time, you will get a movie poster, which is very fitting. It goes along with that Cinemayhem that we've previously talked about.
Yeah, it's essentially the art from the Enchanteds. I mean, it is the art.
Yeah.
Down right to it.
Yeah, so we have that image too, I think. I don't know if you already got it pulled up.
I do.
But we have it of the 3 posters. So we have 1 of the family Madrigal. The one, yeah, it's like the exact art there from the one you spotlighted of Carl and Russell, and then you have another very Indiana Jones inspired poster there with the Mickey and Minnie duo. These are great. I cannot wait to try to get all 3 of these and collect all of them. Thank goodness I have an entire family that plays, and we get to do 8 different pre-releases essentially.
Is it great? I mean, it's great.
We enjoy it. My wallet does it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, but I mean, it's no more than buying another box. I mean, really, in the end. So
right, and I think that's what Preston said. Is if we're doing 2 different pre-release events. There's 4 of us doing it. There's 6 packs. So 6 times 4 is 24. So each pre-release event we do, we're essentially opening another box of whatever that set is. But then we have a look at some of those promo cards, or the 6 promo cards that you will be able to get inside of these pre-release kits. Once again, there will be 6 of them, 1 for each ink color. The first is Pocahontas Guiding the Tribe. You have Vixie, Expert Fisher. Buzz Lightyear, Providing Cover. So there's another Buzz card that Preston will have to collect. Boo, the Energetic Child. Merlin, the envisioning the future, which we've already talked about, and Maximus, relentless stallion.
I love
It's
the
it's
art on
to
that
be noted
Maximus.
that I do too. He's
Him
like
kicking. Yeah, that's great.
donkey kicking one of the vinelings
Yeah.
into outer space.
Uh,
But it's to be noted that not only are these cards stamped with the Attack of the Vine logo, but these will also have that rainbow foiling on them that you could previously. I think you can only get them out of like starter sets and stuff like that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think we don't even have starter sets this set. It's one of those
No.
things that they've slowly gotten rid of as a product overall.
Yeah.
We really haven't even discussed or talked about. It's so weird.
It is weird. Yeah. I mean, last set they did it that had the two pre-built decks, which were one of them was actually a really good deck, and this set they have none. They don't have any deck packs. So.
But one of the cards that you will be able to get, or another promo card that you will be able to get when Attack of the Vine releases, is this buy a box Tigger. Because even though you can't purchase a starter set, you will still be able to purchase or are encouraged to purchase booster boxes. And they will have this card that you get from your LGS whenever you purchase it. This is another Hunny character. It is a 4-cost inkable 5/4 Tigger the Hunny Barbarian, who is reckless. And once during your turn, whenever this character challenges another character, you may ready chosen Hunny character. If you do, that character can't quest for the rest of the turn. It's a pretty cool card.
Yeah.
Great seeing Tigger. I love all the Hunny characters, as we've already kind of discussed, but Tigger as a barbarian is just hilarious. Seeing him with like a giant hammer that's made out of a honey pot.
And it all flying the other direction when he's swinging, all the honey coming out the
Yeah.
It's great.
I could just hear him. I can hear him bouncing around and just bashing these vine lanes.
Uh-huh.
Going, just
Yeah, it'd be
so
great.
cool. Then we have a Magical Places promo. So again, referencing those cards or those special things that you can only get by showing up to the Disney parks or Disney stores, participating Disney stores. This is a vanilla card. It's a 2/2 1-drop Maleficent Exultant Spellcaster. Love the flavor text here. Such destruction. Look around. Vines as far as the eye can see. And here we sit at the heart of it. I don't know if that's referencing that she's helping participate in all of this, or she just really enjoys these vines. Because if you've ever seen the Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent loves vines. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that she's enjoying this. Great little Magical Places card. I think the buzz, I don't remember what he was up to price wise, but I know that if you weren't there to get that Magical Places promo, he was kind of expensive to get on the secondary market. I hope Maleficent's not, because this is a really cool card, not only to like collect, but people that want to bling out their decks, this would be a good one to slide in there to have as a shift target for that Maleficent that you're going to be able to shift for free.
Yep.
What do we have now? Okay. And again, we're in the section of promo cards now of promo cards that you're only going to be able to get by going to certain places. Right. So Maleficent, you can only get at Disney locations, the parks, stuff like that. Next is a promo card that you're only going to be able to get by participating or going to Ravensburg hosted events. So like the DLCs and stuff. And that is the Sully, the new boss, 5-cost, uninkable, 4/4 bodyguard. This character may interplay exerted because he's a bodyguard, and an opposing character who challenges one of your characters. I don't know why I'm reading it like that. That's just what bodyguard does. Yeah. Rehire. When you play this character, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. Either way, cool card, really represents Attack of the Vine and the fact that Monsters Inc. is being introduced in this set. You'll only be able to get this promo by participating in a Ravensburger hosted event.
Yeah.
Kind of like we just saw with the, what was it? The Violet Par.
Violet, yeah.
And then lastly here is the convention promo. So this is one that you'll only be able to get by participating in certain conventions, which we have 2 different conventions coming up in the next few months. We have Gen Con, which we will be at in the end of July. It's literally that's this month.
That's
Oh my
the month.
gosh.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
end.
in the
Yeah.
month.
End of this month, beginning of August, and then we have D23 taking place next month in August, where you should be able to get your hands on this convention promo.
Fingers
This
crossed.
is reminiscent, yeah, fingers crossed. This is reminiscent to the Goofy Emerald Champion that we saw last set.
Yep.
This one is another Preston needs to collect card. It is the 4-cost uninkable Woody helping a friend 2/4 that quest for 2. Really good card overall. Such good abilities. When you play this character, choose one of the following. If you have another toy character in play, you choose both instead. You may return a card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand, or you may play a character with cost 2 or less for free. Running theme with these toy decks in Amber Emerald here of being able to go aggro and spit cheap characters out for free and play all kinds of characters for free. We'll see. But those are the promos that you're only going to be able to get from attending special events and going out of your way to go to different locations. Now we have a list of promo cards that you'll be able to get at your LGS. And these are a little, well, some are a little different. First off, you have your 3 weekly play promos that you will be able to get simply by participating in your weekly play events at LGSs who are part of the Ravensburger Play Hub program. So first you have Morph, Little Imitator. And it's so cool having Morph back in general. We had Emerald Morph before, but now he switched over and he's an Amethyst card. It's a 2-cost inkable 1/2. And his ability here, Advanced Mimicry, you can shift any character on top of this card. I like to think of Morph as the Ditto of the Lorcana universe because of this. So he is literally a shift target for anything that can shift. I used to say for any Floodborn, but now it's like you don't even need the Floodborn classification to be able to shift anymore.
Well, and that's something, I don't know if we're going to talk about that or not. That's something that they said on the live stream the other day, that Floodborns were kind of going away at this set, which is weird.
Floodborns are, which is, it is, but I mean, it fits thematically.
Right, yeah, it does. It fits thematically with using the Floodborn ink, but yeah, weird. Anyway, sorry, I derailed you.
The vine sucked it all up.
Yeah.
No, you're good. We might bring that back up later. I don't remember if we do or not.
I don't know. I haven't looked that far into
But then the next promo is Maylene Lee, lead vocalist, a 1-drop 0/3 who has Singer 3. So we have a 1-drop with Singer 3.
But
that's already pretty good. But big but.
Yep.
This character can't sing songs without sing together. So this is not the return of your 1-drop Cinderellas, right?
Yeah, unfortunately not. I thought it was, and then I read that second. I was like, oh, that's too bad. I mean, I understand. I get it thematically, but at the same time, it's like, oh, that's too bad. I could have, okay. It's fine.
I still think this card is going to be super, super powerful for other reasons that we'll talk about later. Yeah. So I want us to remember, just for anybody watching, I want us to remember that we have a 1-drop Maylene Lee Red Panda classification card. That's going to become important later on.
Yeah.
But then our last weekly play promo that we have here is Randall Boggs, Scary Smart. So cool seeing Randall as a villain. He's a Sapphire card, which surprised me a little bit. It's a 4-cost inkable 3/3 that quest for 2. With his 2 abilities, one being Get Out of Here. When you play this character, put chosen character of yours into your inkwell face down and exerted. This is kind of that Pleakley, the Sapphire Pleakley that we had before, who was a 3-cost, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This card kind of replaces him. And then his secondary ability here, Devious Plan. At the end of your turn, if all the cards in your inkwell are exerted, gain 1 lore. Passive lore gain, you just got to make sure that you spend all your ink.
Right.
Seems pretty strong to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it.
Then we have 2 more. Sorry that this section's been pretty long, but there are a lot of promo cards that come out this set. But now we have 2 more promo cards, and then we're still gathering information about how we earn these. But we have these cards that they are referring to or classifying them as organized play kit promos or OP kit promos. These are not your weekly play promos that you would get that also pop up in your organized play kits. These are completely separate. So at first, our thoughts behind it are maybe these are replacing the pins. We're still waiting for the resources page to be updated for us to get a list of everything that you need to know about these OP kits whenever it comes to Attack of the Vine and how cards and things are supposed to be distributed. But the first is Belle Always Reading. There's not much that we can say about her besides the fact that she's 2-cost Belle card. It's a great shift target for that other team up card of Belle and Beast. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no clue how you get this card as of right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be a pin thing, replacing a pin, surely.
You would think, because we're done with the pins for now.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the steel pin was the last one. Maybe they're replacing it with this, but then the second one here to come full circle, because we started this promo conversation talking about set champs and the fact that you could get the If I Didn't Have You set championship mat. You also have a promo version of If I Didn't Have You that you're going to be able to get, that we do know, even though it has this OP kit classification that they're calling it or whatever. This is one that you're going to be able to get from participating later on in a special event in your store later on in like October. So stores will be able to have events that are going to run alongside the release of the Great Hunny Rescue. I don't know how these are going to work out, whether they either put people in pods or what, because I don't, I don't get it. I don't know if you're going to have to purchase the Great Hunny Rescue in order to participate in this, or stores are going to have copies available for people to run it, or how it's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't really go into details about that, so I would assume that they'll have.
We got a couple of months.
Yeah, I mean October's. Well, I say October's still a ways off, but we all know how time works, and it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, we'll blink and it'll be here.
Yeah.
But these events you'll be able to participate in, and that will be the way that you get this promo card here, the If I Didn't Have You. But they also have special pins that you're only going to be able to receive by participating in that event. So we don't know if pins are returning in the OP kits, but it does seem like that one special event, at least, you will be able to get a special pin from that. I know that's a big deal to a lot of people.
Yeah. It's very cool as a pin person.
But then going into the Great Hunny Rescue, it seems like there is going to be a ton of information revealed on the Great Hunny Rescue prior to its release in October. I think October 2nd is when it actually releases for people to purchase. But prior to that, at the end of this month and the beginning of August, everyone can look forward to more information coming out as this product is shown off at Gen Con. And not only will it be showed off at Gen Con in a demonstration, again, we've talked about it in the past, they have a special demo going on in a room with like 200 people. And we are fortunate enough that we're going to be in that room. We'll get to hear about it firsthand from the design team and the folks at Ravensburger. But then Gen Con themselves, I don't think this one was a Ravensburger thing, but Gen Con on their socials, they announced that you can visit Ravensburger's booth and you will be able to purchase the Illumineer's quest, the Great Honey Rescue, at their booth. This is something we've talked about in the past, hearing Greg Tito kind of tease a little bit that we thought that this might be the case, but now we have official confirmation.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Hopefully, well, as I've said, we're going to be there doing the panel. I hope that they give the panel people a voucher to go get it. I hope it's not going to be like that thing where, last year you were like, "Hey, I'm going to go get in line and get me a first chapter trove," or whatever it was. And they started lining up at 3:30 in the morning, and by the time the doors opened at 8 o'clock, they were already gone. I'm hoping they either do allotments for the day, or they have plenty, or they give at least people at the panel the opportunity to buy it without having to kill somebody to get one. Um, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because Ravensburger still hasn't shared a lot of information whenever it comes to Gen Con or special events. Like, we know the CCQ is taking place.
Yeah.
We have the event list of all the different events that are going on. But we also know that they have a special version of Collection Quest that's taking place. They still haven't said anything about how that's going to work.
Yeah.
So we're waiting to hear about that. We have this new information about how this is actually going to be distributed, because me and my wife were talking, I think yesterday. It's like, do we just go stand in line for this first thing? As soon as the door is open, do we hop in line to get everything that we need for, whether it's a Collection Quest booklet, go ahead and purchase our copy of this while we can, get our special the Woody promo because last year I think the Goofy Emerald Champion was a with purchase. Like, you had to purchase something at their booth.
Yeah, because I ended up buying two because I ended up buying stuff on 2 different days. So
just knock it all out, get it all done as soon as we get in there. Make that the very first thing we do. That way it's done and over with, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully they'll have more information beforehand. I don't know. Maybe we can find out.
I mean, we got 1 month. They got to start. On Thursday on the Lorecast, they got to start pushing out information.
I hope so.
But then quickly, I want to talk just a glimpse here, and I put this one in the assets. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull this one up sideways or not.
It's the location. I have flipped it so you can see it.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, I just realized that I did it real fast. So look at me being multitasking.
You're awesome, multitasking. This is a brand new location that I wanted to show off that is being introduced in this set. Mostly, for one, this is a card that it's playable. I plan on running it and playing with it. But this is a glimpse to the lore, because everyone here knows that I love the deeper storytelling within Disney Lorcana, and everything that's been transpiring over the past 4 sets has been a slow burn. This in the business is what we call long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
This is it, right? For our booking, our fantasy bookings over here.
Yeah.
We've known about this vine for a very, very long time now. It first appeared back, I don't even know when. Honestly, I feel like it was Whispers in the Well. It kind of first popped up. And also in Whispers in the Well was the first time that we saw the name Hana. Hana is a Illumineer, for anyone who does not know, who entered the world of Lorcana right around the same time as our 3 main Illumineers that you see in all the other key art, Shanze, Martin, and Venturo. She is absolutely fascinated by everything flora and fauna in the world of Lorcana. What kind of rhymes? And she wrote a book called Hana's Herborium that she writes all the details about everything that she's learned so far about all the flora and fauna. And I've said for a long time that I think that in this chapter of Lorcana and its story, that she's going to be the most important character. I've fought and fought and fought with this character because I keep going back to those stupid puzzles. I'll be so happy when we don't have to talk about those puzzles anymore. That I thought that she may have been shown off in one of the puzzles, or her ink caster was. It's
Right.
not, and we don't have that card, but we do have a card in this set that came out that is Hana's ink caster, so we get to see what her ink caster looks like as well. But in this photo, you can actually see Hana. I know it's like it may be hard to do, but for anybody who takes a closer look and you do that your little pinch and zoom or anything that you need to do, Hana is standing there with her ink caster.
Mm-hmm.
She is a amber sapphire Illumineer, and she is there with the Hunny party. The entire party of Winnie the Pooh cast and characters who are set for adventure, and they are here at the Vine entrance, this ominous passageway here at the opening of this Vine. And it's almost as if everyone has turned towards Hana and her expertise whenever it comes to Lorcana's flora, and they are relying on her to lead this Hunny party on this last stretch of the story here to take on the Vine, to finally destroy it and get rid of it. It's just so cool to finally get to this point and see this moment in the story.
Could this be okay? You know how with each of the play sets or board games, whatever you would call them, the quests, they have
The Illumineer's quest.
Illumineer's quest. They have um, a prize at the end of it. Is it possible that a card with her from a future set could be the prize? Do you think they would do something like that?
Don't tease me like that, John. Don't.
I'm just saying, it's October. You know, the next set will be out. Middle of October? I can't even remember now.
Oh goodness,
16th.
we talk about it later on.
Yeah, so the 16th of October. So, the Hunny set will be out, the 2nd. Could that be a card from that set and it's her? Or something to do with her or something? I don't know.
We have cards right now of Illumineer's ink casters. We have them all. We have like the hidden ink caster, which was Arcasia's. We have her ink caster with Hana's. We have Amazu's from last set. We have all of those. You even see these original Lorcana characters and Illumineers pop up in cards like the different coils. Like the Emerald Coil is a good example of that. But we do not have characters that are specifically the Illumineers. And I think that's because all of the characters so far that we have are glimmers. They are glimmers that we have cast.
Right.
With these being actual, in quote, people within the universe, we don't necessarily cast them. So I don't know if we'll ever actually get the opportunity to see them as character cards. But I'm with you. And that is to kind of be spoiler-ish words, to kind of spoil things slightly. Going back to the previous two Illumineer's quest, you're right, there was prizing. The first prizing, without saying what it was a card that was shown off that was not a card in that current set. Mm-hmm. It was a card that showed off something that was coming in a future set.
Right.
Whereas the Palace Heist, the prize that you get in it was just alternate art for a card that was from Raina Jafar that we currently had. I think if I remember correctly, you get 2 prize cards from this great Hunny rescue.
Okay.
So it could have something to do with the Hunny party itself. Because I believe that the Hunny rescue, I don't have the pull up here, but the way that it talks about the actual, like when you play it, one of the things that you're needing to do is rescue Piglet. So I have a feeling that one of the alternative arts will be like Piglet being rescued, essentially. Yeah. Like a different alternative art of maybe like the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet team up card or something. But the second card in there, maybe that could be a tease and look ahead at Hyperia City.
Yeah.
That's a great call. Now you really got me more excited than I already was. And
oh yeah.
Gosh. Crazy. Right. Then moving on, we want to talk about these new shift mechanics. This is going to be the last few things we talk about. This is one of the longer sections here. John, you brought it up earlier. Floodborns are out.
Yeah.
We have Floodborns in this set, but they all have the Vineling classification as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are not seeing Floodborns in the consistent look that we've seen in the past, where they are these characters who are now overcome with magical ink properties of like mixed ink, and they have kind of evolved or take on a larger persona with these Floodborn versions. We don't have that.
Yeah.
We still see the shift exist, but now we're not shifting Floodborn characters in the traditional sense. They've created all of these new ways that we can shift characters, which we kind of saw with the superheroes and stuff in previous sets.
Right.
The first one is temporary shift. Temporary shift is something unique that we are mostly seeing with turning red cards, and that you're going to be able to temporary shift cards on top of like different red pandas, especially the Maylene cards on top of Maylene cards. But there is one in particular that I really wanted to bring attention to, and that is this Sun Yi Red Panda Spirit. This is a 5-cost inkable 5/5 that quests for 2 and has temporary Red Panda Shift 2. So you may pay 2 ink to play this on top of one of your Red Panda characters, and at the end of your turn, which that's the big thing with the temporary shifts, is at the end of your turn, you remove all damage from this character and return only this card to your hand.
Oh, okay, so it goes to your hand. Okay, that was what I was.
Yep.
I haven't read a whole lot into it yet, so I was wondering about that. Okay.
But remember, we put a pin in this, and we emphasized it earlier. We see it in our weekly play promos as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 1-drop Maylene Lee, who is a red panda. Her classification is red panda. That means that if you're playing a amber ruby, ketchup mustard, whatever you want to call it, you could play that Maylene on turn 1, and then on turn 2, you can shift out or temporary shift out this Sun Yi Red Panda Spirit on top of your 1-drop and have a 5-cost 5/5 that quest for 2 out on turn 2 of the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it doesn't stick around. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't stick around.
It doesn't, but I mean, you can challenge whatever you want.
Right, yeah.
You can go ahead and you can pretty much sing whatever song you want to sing.
Yep.
On turn 2. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Then our next new shift, and a lot of people are excited about this, is the duo shift. This is all of these are brand new, but this one, we talk about how great it is to be able to play characters for free.
Mm-hmm.
This one is exciting to me. This is Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse Adventuring Duo. This is a huge 7-cost inkable card 5/5 that quest for 5.
Yep.
Quest for a lot. But their duo shift is 0, which means that you'll be able to essentially shift this card out for free. But the thing and the reason that it is a duo shift is because you have to shift it on top of both.
Right.
A character named Mickey and a character named Minnie. It's not just one or the other. It has to be both.
Yeah.
So if you have, let's say, a Minnie Mouse that you've played on turn 1, because I believe that there's now both a 1-drop Sapphire Mini and an Emerald Sapphire Mini that are both 1-drops. And you play a Mickey Mouse on turn 2. You could technically, on turn 2, go ahead and duo shift this 7-cost card out on turn 2. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And that one doesn't go away. That's not a temporary shift. That's a shift, so it'll stick around.
It stays there. Yeah. Now, to answer the questions everybody's asking, is it dry? Is it wet? What happens? The answer to a lot of these is it takes on whatever the worst statistic is of the cards underneath it.
Right.
If the Minnie might be dry on turn 1, the Mickey Mouse that you just played on turn 2 is still wet. So if you go ahead on turn 2 and you do this duo shift, this card is still going to be wet. You're not going to be able to quest for 5 on turn 2, or it's still going to be drying. You're not going to be able to sing something, or you're not going to be able to quest on turn 2. But on turn 3, once both of those cards are dry,
Right,
and
yeah.
you duo shift it out for free, it becomes super, super dangerous because you could quest for 5, and as our friend Dave has said, questing for 5, that's a quarter of your win condition there on turn 3.
On turn 3, and unless you've got a singer, unless you're going against a singer deck that has singer 5 out, you're not going to. Well, and you're still not going to take it out. Even if you sing a Zeus, it's still not going to take it out. It's a 7. It's 5/5. So yeah, it would take it up. Still, the chances,
maybe like World's Greatest Criminal Mind or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways you can get rid of it, but
right. But
to be able to get this, to play the line and get this card out early, and quest for 5 on turn 3, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is there's a funny play line here that I brought up to somebody. Everybody's complaining about 2-drop ramp, like you only got 1 jump ahead, but you're losing out on like Tipo and Cell and stuff like that. I was like, hey, if you really wanted to, you could play Minnie Mouse turn 1, Mickey Mouse turn 2, and then on turn 3, you could shift out this character here and just have it sing "Let It Go" on itself, and put 3 cards. Put 3 cards into your inkwell there, and you would still have 3 ink to play a character that turn.
I mean, yeah.
You go into turn 4 with 6 cards in your inkwell.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know if you'd want to, but I mean,
But if you want to ramp, you guys are looking for ways to ramp. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it now.
The next new shift is Madrigal Shift. This is one that you may be a little bit more familiar with if we turn around and we change the word Madrigal.
Oh, wait, you skipped one.
Did I?
Did you? Yeah, you got Dash and Violet.
Well, which one do you have pulled up on
I got
screen?
Dash and Violet pulled up. That's why I said that.
Okay. Okay.
Hold off on the
there's so many of them.
I know there's a
Hold
lot.
off on the Madrigals. There's a lot. Yeah, Dash Par and Violet Par. This is an excellent card. This is amazing art. I'm gonna love. I'd like to pull this, honestly. Like, I know didn't necessarily make my wish list, but really cool art. I think it would look great next to the Mr. Incredible from last set.
Absolutely.
But this card, along with a Sully and Boo card that came out, I think they both have it. It's a combo shift. Combo shift is different because you get to choose. Unlike duo, where you are forced to shift it on top of both characters, combo shift, you get to choose which characters you shift it on top of. You can shift it on top of Dash. You can shift it on top of Violet. Or if you want, you can shift it on top of both.
Gotcha.
And the more cards that it has underneath it, the more you're going to benefit from it. And the reason I think this one shows it off a little bit better than the Sully and Boo one does. But Sully and Boo works the same way. You can shift it on top of Sully, shift it on top of Boo, or shift it on top of both. But this card, fantastic card. It's really going to ramp up the super classification. It's a draw engine built within itself. It's 8 costs, inkable, 5/5, quest for 2 that has both evasive and resist +1. But its ability, incredible tactics. Whenever this character quests or challenges, so pick your poison, no matter what you're doing, whether you're questing or you challenge, you draw a card for each card under them. So if you shifted this character and you shifted it on top of Dash, and you challenge or quest, you get to draw a card. You shifted it on top of Violet, you get to draw a card. If you chose to shift it on top of both Violet and Dash, now every time this card quest or challenge, you get to draw 2.
Right.
Okay.
My question is,
but
if there's a smaller, let's say you got a small Dash, is there a shift Dash and then you shift this. Is that where you were going? Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I got ahead of you there. Sorry.
Yeah, we have a 1-cost dash.
Yeah.
That came out in this set, and then we have not a Floodborn. This is so different, but we have a dash that you can shift onto. So that's 2 cards.
Yeah.
We have multiple different violets, and now we have a violet that you can shift. So that's 4 cards right there. So then you have this card that you can now shift on top of 4 cards. And now every time you quest or challenge, you get to draw 4 cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Wow. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. That's quite the draw engine there.
And then draw engine, I think it helps in a ink combination in Ruby Steel that really hasn't seen a lot of love in the past. It loves to challenge, but this is one of the issues that it's ran into is drawing. So now that it has a way to do that, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Now we get to talk about Madrigals, right?
Yeah. Now you can go. I got it pulled up. You're good.
Cool. So Madrigal family. This is the entire family of Madrigals. All of them, the entire squad is here. It's the Madrigal family. Every generation. 5-cost inkable, 2/8 that quest for 2. The big thing here is the way that it shifts, right? It can shift on top of any character with the Madrigal classification. John, is there any card in Lorcana's past, one that may be getting ready to be rotated out, that this reminds you of? I'll give you a hint. That card is also Amber Sapphire.
Oh, which card is that? Yes, but I can't remember the card.
I'll give you another hint. It plays with puppies.
Oh, that's the which Dalmatian is it?
Nope.
It's not Dalmatian?
Nope.
Oh, you're going to have to remind me because I don't remember.
Thunderbolt.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Thunderbolt did that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Thunderbolt, who was also a Amber Sapphire card.
Yep.
Who could shift on top of any character with the puppy classification.
Yep.
Right? So it just had to be a puppy. So this is very, very reminiscent in many ways to that Thunderbolt card that we saw in the past. Same ink color, same everything, except you are now being able to shift on top of any character with the Madrigal classification.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that one. That's true. Yeah, that's cool. Because there's a lot of Madrigals. You can do a whole Madrigal deck if there's so many of them.
It's amazing, right? And that's a great point too. In the past, that's one thing that we've had a lot of complaints about, or personally, like we've had complaints about, is where's the fun in Lorcana? Like at local leagues and scenes like that, we can build these fun themed decks and stuff. But then you get on the meta side of things, and it's like you're pick and choosing just the best cards overall to make decks. That's how competitive play works.
Right.
But it seems like they're finally putting everything together to where you could run a themed deck. We just saw it with the Madrigal family. We saw it previously with that super, like the Dash and Violet, how powerful and strong those are. You're going to be able to run themed decks and still win games and play really good games of Lorcana.
That's exciting.
Makes it fun for everybody.
I like that because I like themed decks.
Right. Then everybody's excited about this next one here. This card that we got. This is Talk the Town, right?
Yeah.
There is a potato who has entered the chat. And we talked about it already in this. This is not Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head is owned by a different company, owned by Hasbro. This is not not it at all.
That's too bad.
But we have a 1-drop inkable item with the ability full of potential. This item enters play exerted. And then its flavor text is doesn't have much flavor.
Yeah.
This is the blandest card that you could ever get. But everybody, as soon as it was revealed, we were like, what is this card, man? Bless the potato. Like, I'm sure that there is an entire cult. Cult of the potato is officially a thing. And I know we're waiting for Potato Land from the Mickey shorts to come. But, like, just the potato overall.
I saw this and I was like, what? What are we? Oh, my God.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
But we got the payoff. We know about it now, right?
Yeah.
So this goes along with a new card named Posey, the vampiric potato, or the vampire potato. She is a 7-cost inkable 7/8 that quests for 2, who has the new shift ability, Potato Shift, which is who would have thought that that was going to be a thing? I can't wait to hear casters commentate that at the Disney Lorcana like World Championship and like.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just Potato Shift. For anyone who doesn't know, this card or this character is from Darkwing Duck. This is actually a character, like a Frankenstein-esque character that Dr. Bushroot, as you see down in the flavor text here, she's alive, I tell you. I don't know much about Darkwing Duck. I think that this is a character that we got in this set. Very fitting to go along with the vine and stuff.
Yep.
But that's it. That's your potato shift. This is what the potato leads to. Cool card. I don't know how much it's actually going to see play outside of the people who are in Cold of the Potato.
Right. It's a big body.
But it is a big body. But the biggest thing here, and the most important thing, is this is the first time that we are seeing the ability to be able to shift a character out on top of an item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm watching for future sets how they're going to play around with that, and especially in item decks, because this doesn't even seem like it's like from an item deck. It's just like it's just there, right?
Yeah.
But could you imagine something like a all sickle type deck that you were able to, how crazy that would go if you were able to like shift some Tamatoa out on top of items or something?
Anything's possible now. I mean, we've entered uncharted territory with a lot of this stuff, so this is all new. So,
and then that brings us to the last one here, and by far my favorite one, and that is the vine itself. The vine towering stock. This is a beautiful card to me. I absolutely love the art. I think that Nicholas Cole kicked butt. He knocked it out of the park. Yeah. This is a Floodborn card. It goes along lore-wise with this set. And the vine, it's sucked up all of this mixed ink that was released back in Rise of the Floodborn that made its way into the Inklands. And now we see the culmination here. And now it's like you see Mickey there, front and center. It's not even. This isn't even a Mickey. This isn't a Mickey Mouse card. This is a Vine card, but it's very Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Yeah,
kind of like our Brave Little Tailor and stuff we saw back in the day. And I know that we got a Willie the Giant in this set too, but this is old school Disney to me as well, with a flashback to those old Disney shorts. And I know I brought it up internally. This gives me the vibe of Kingdom Hearts so much more than anything else.
So many
Mickey here front and center. Mickey here front and center. It reminds me of the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 with the scene of Mickey Mouse just holding up his Keyblade there. Yeah. Almost the exact same pose. The vinelings look both like the shadows from Kingdom Hearts, but they also look like the blotlings that you see in Epic Mickey. Yep. And I mean, so cool. But he has a Floodborn Shift, this new shift mechanic. This character will be able to shift on top of any of your Floodborn characters. Any of your Floodborn characters. And there are a ton of Floodborn characters. This card's going to be insane in Infinity formats.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
And
Yeah.
then
Baker made it a
the
point in the
abilities here.
stage thing to say, "Are these Kingdom?" You know, he didn't come out and say Kingdom Hearts, but you know, he's like, "Is this King?" And they immediately shot that down, like
Shut it down. They're
they
like, no.
shut it down. So, yeah,
I
I think,
appreciate Baker.
yeah, I do too.
Bakerhausen.
Yeah,
Yeah. I ask for the rest of the community. He's one of us, man. He's awesome. He's a big wrestling fan. He Kingdom Heart fan.
yeah,
He's just as excited about it as the rest of us are. I hope that one day that we're able to get Kingdom Hearts in Lorcana, because the two to me are extremely adjacent.
yeah.
They are one and the same. A lot of people, I know that there are memes, they're like, what is Kingdom Hearts? Or they're afraid that if you get Kingdom Hearts in Lorcana, that it's just going to be like, oh, well, this is like Magic the Gathering doing Final Fantasy crossovers and this and that. That's not what it would be.
No,
That's not what it would be at all. You would get the Lorcana original characters, or Kingdom Heart original characters, like Sora. You'd get characters like King Mickey and
yeah,
stuff like that, and all these other Kingdom Heart characters, and the glimmers that we get, but the Kingdom Heart versions, it'd be so cool. Ah, gosh. And then Rochelle used to work at Square Enix. They
yeah.
all have video game backgrounds. Cooper used to work for Hi-Rez at Smite. Rochelle worked for Square Enix. Make it happen, Rochelle, please, and give us a card reveal. Let me reveal some Kingdom Hearts stuff. But this card in particular is just, it's great. I'm playing this. I know it's a big 10 cost card. 10, 10. That quest for 3.
Ugh.
This ability, Saturate. Your other exerted Floodborn characters gain Bodyguard. Love Bodyguard. So
Yeah.
now not only do I get this big card out, but all of my Floodborn characters now get to play Bodyguard and Protect the Vine. You know, we used to play Protect the Pig back in the day, right?
Right.
Now we're playing Protect the Vine.
Yep.
Then during an opponent's turn, whenever one of your Floodborn characters is banished, deal 1 damage to each opposing character. It's like that Chief Bogo card from back in the day,
Yep.
that when every Floodborn character you played, you would get to deal 1 to everybody. So we're gonna make it happen. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna try to play this in my own version of a Amber Steel deck using like Metamorphosis and Circle of Life to try to be able to shift this out for free or play it for free from my discard.
Yeah. I don't want to play it. Play against it.
Well, you better be prepared. It's happening.
I know. I saw. I saw that deck. I didn't say anything. I just went. I quit.
He's like, oh, right. But that's it for everything that we wanted to talk about whenever it relates to Attack of the Vine. I know we've been going on for a little bit here. We're now going to move on quickly and talk about sets that are coming up in the future. The next set is right around the corner. We're already talking about it, and that is Hyperia City, which we now have a release date for, too, I believe. I think we were able to get an image of this earlier. Pre-release for Hyperia City will be on October 16th. And then, like a week later, it'll have big box retail release on October 23rd. This is an exciting set. This will be one of the first sets that opens up the next chapter of Lorcana. We're still waiting to learn more about this set, but like right now, this is the end. We're ending and wrapping up this long-term story of the Vine, about how it was introduced, about Hana was introduced, and whenever this Illumineer's quest, I think you said it best there. The Illumineer's quest comes out October 2nd.
Yep.
That essentially will act as the ending to this chapter.
Right.
And then Hyperia City will kick off the next chapter of Lorcana.
Yep. Nice, colorful, bright. Not
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's not like what we've seen the past couple sets. It's been kind of dreary and dark, and
it reminds me a lot of Arcasia's.
yeah.
I think it's very, very reminiscent to Arcasia's Island, just in the way that it is so colorful. But it also reminds me visually of Shimmering Skies and like a celebratory celebration set. Like we just took on the big bad, and now let's slow down and take the time and party and celebrate.
Right.
We have a look at some products that are coming out with Hyperia City. So this is the booster box that you will be able to get, which shows off some art here. We have a Miguel, but you also have a Cinderella who is dressed for the ball. Not necessarily the ball that she originally attends in the movie, but it's very gosh, I always forget the name of it, but there's these catwalk shows. You go over to like I was supposed to say
Mulan.
Mulan,
Mulan. Yeah, I know. I just about did the same thing too. I was like, yeah,
like Paris Fashion Week and
Fashion
stuff like
Week and stuff.
that.
Yeah, yeah, walking the stage. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to think of the word and I can't.
And then you see Goofy here, and Goofy looks like he is at a concert as well. This goes back to like the Goofy movie. Is he's playing like the electric guitar, the air guitar. It almost looks like he's dressed up in like a Powerline cosplay.
Yeah.
So just a look ahead at some of the art. Again, the packaging, the team who does the packaging and stuff, they knocked it out of the park. It's very Gatsby to me, not in the 1920s flapper sense, but in the elegance gilded gold. This speaks the Great Gatsby to me.
Yeah.
Altogether, like the whole set.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And then we have 3 cards that they've already shown off that we will quickly cover because these are our first look. This is our first look at Coco in Disney Lorcana. The first one is that Miguel Rivera street musician. If I can pull it up myself.
I don't have that.
Do I even have it in here?
No, I don't have it. That's what I was getting ready to say. I don't have that card.
Well, never mind. We just won't talk about those. Or hold on. Sorry, audience or YouTube audience who's watching. I guess our audio listeners, they're used to this because they don't ever get to see the cards anyways. I can pull them up here. Miguel Rivera is a 1-drop amber card. He's a 1/2 storyboard hero with the ability to share the music. While you have a song card in your discard, this character gets +1 lore and gains Singer 3.
Wow.
So it's a 1-drop Singer 3, but you have to have a card in your discard already.
Right. Not bad.
Then
I can do that. I can work with that.
You as the singer, like you as in a singer deck. I'm curious as your thought with these. And then we have a Ruby card, so really playing into Ruby singers. He has Singer 2. It is Hector Rivera, street musician. He is a 1-drop Ruby 2/1 with 1 lore. And his ability, Strike a Chord. When you play this character, you may put the top card of your deck into your discard.
Oh, there you go.
And then lastly, we have a 3-cost song, an Amethyst 3-cost song, and it's a sing together. This may be the cheapest sing together that we've ever received in Disney Lorcana or will have received. And it is Un Poco Loco. Put a chicken on your head, right? Choose 2 characters of yours. If one of them is cost 3 or less, return both to your hand.
Ooh, that's nice.
Doesn't sound great, but it's a good way to protect your little squishy characters by returning them to your hand. And it sounds like we're gonna get back to some bounce shenanigans that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Yeah, been a while since the bounce mechanic.
So outside of Coco, which we've already seen, are there any other franchises that you would personally like to see in Hyperia City, or do you think would fit great in Hyperia City? Because I have 2 in particular.
Give me yours, because I have no idea. I haven't even thought about it.
For one, Oliver and Company. More dogs, right? We need more dogs.
Yeah. So all the puppies are gone, pretty much.
All the puppies are gone, except for Todd.
Right.
Or is it Copper?
Copper.
Because but Copper has the puppy classification. So with amber puppies and sapphire puppies being rotated out of the game, and we're not seeing them get reprinted this set, it seems like that puppy classification is moving towards emerald,
Yeah.
because we see it with Copper already having it. If you add more ways to have puppies, that'd be a great way to do it. Bring in Oliver and company. And I know in the movie he was in the city, he was in New York. Hyperia City is the closest thing that I think we're going to see to a New York within Lorcana.
Yeah.
He would fit great. Like that whole franchise of movie would fit great there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Then the second one is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is one that we're super excited for. We already have the gargoyle classification
Yep.
that entered in Whispers in the Well, I do believe. Would love to see some more gargoyles there. And seeing Quasimodo swing around Hyperia City, ringing bells, it just fits.
Yeah, I could see that. It'll be
The party,
interesting.
and what is his name? I always forget his name. Let us know down in the comments. The jester from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He would fit so
Oh,
well
jeez,
down
yeah.
partying with Hector and everybody, with the music festivals and everything taking place. Just I can imagine the festival taking place, the Festival of Fools that you see take place in Hunchback of Notre Dame, alongside of all the street musicians and partying that you see
Yeah.
in Coco. It all just blends so well.
Yeah, and his outfit is that color. It's that purple and yellow, and, outfit. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would fit right in with the colorful theme. Yeah, I could see that.
So we'll see. And then I have my own theories whenever it comes to Hyperia City and how it would work. I am actually in the process of working on a new Let's Talk lore video that you guys can look forward to that. I don't want to go into full details here because that's a whole rabbit hole that would take us on for another hour. But something crazy is about to happen, I feel like, because I just the whole story within Lorcana in this next chapter, it's nuts. It's wild.
Yeah.
And then following along with that story, that will lead us into the set that we receive in Q1 2027. And I know that we are super excited for this because we've been following this long-term story for a very long time. But this is Into the Inkdark. Heavy metal looking logo here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we went from Into the Inklands to Into the Inkdark. This set is super, super exciting, and it's going to be very fitting as it takes place with the season 3 of the Disney Lorcana competitive scene.
Yep.
That they've said is going to be themed. It's going to be completely themed going forward. And this season's theme is going to be the season of villainy. So it's going to be very fitting to go along with this Into the Inkdark in the set, this Hades that we followed for so long, who's been plotting in the background, waiting for his opportunity. And if this may be the first time that we've seen this or read this, but I have it pulled up here of the breakdown on their webpage here about how they explain Into the Inkdark. But it says, in the depths of the Inkdark, one meticulous plotter is devising a most ambitious plan. With his corrupt cohort fanning the flames of ambition, this villainous hothead is intent on becoming Lorcana's fastest rising threat. Braving a perilous valley of giant glimmers and cavernous mines, you'll attempt to siphon off enough of his power to prevent disaster. There's a lot to take in there.
Yeah.
For one, he wants to be the fastest rising, I think, like fastest rising star or the fastest rising superstar. That whole line, if they go into like some wordplay, is very fitting into like rock bands and stuff like that. And I've seen people talk about it on lines already. But this set, we're getting Cinemayhem, where the art, the Enchanted and Iconics, is based on movie posters. We could get something similar Into the Inkdark, where it's based off of music covers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Especially like heavy metal.
Some old school AC/DC
AC
stuff.
stuff, yeah, old school stuff. And then you look at that art, You look at the little jewels or whatever's floating there. You see Captain Hook in one. You see Jafar's staff. You see Madame Mim.
The
You know,
poisonous
the
apple,
poison apple. Yeah, I mean, there's.
the Queen of Hearts.
It's going to be. It's going to. I'm excited. I like a good villain. Everybody likes a good
Right.
villain. You know, the villains are always cooler than the heroes. Yeah, so because they don't stay
The
around as
story wouldn't
long.
be the story without the villain.
Right, yeah. But it's cool to see Hades finally getting his due, or whatever you want to say. You know, he's been in the background all this time, so you know, we thought it was going to be sooner than this, or we thought it was going to be the last big villain, and it wasn't. It was a Vine.
Right.
So,
Which is cool, right?
Well,
You
yeah,
get
it's
this whole
still
story of
cool.
man versus nature.
Yeah.
And now it's almost as if Hades. I think there's actually some cards that came out in this set. People can go look at them themselves. We don't have them that we can pull up or talk about. But like, even Hades is taking advantage of this entire situation. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, this Vine thing, this kind of works out. Let him focus on that while I do my thing over
Yeah.
here."
Mm-hmm.
It allows him to set up without anybody paying attention. Misdirection, as they say in Monsters Inc. University.
Yeah.
My big things here are the fact that it says that he's doing this with his corrupt cohort fanning the flames of ambition. I'm curious to see who this corrupt cohort will be.
Yeah.
And then it says braving a perilous valley of giant glimmers. This current set in Attack of the Vine, in the script or the write up or whatever that they have online for it, I've always referenced the fact that it talked about these leafy doppelgangers is the way that it worded them, and then we see that play out as the Vineling cards in this set.
Right.
So whenever it says braving a perilous valley of giant glimmers, I'm like, is that our new mechanic for this set that comes out? Are we going to have like what's it called in Pokemon? Where's my son at whenever I need him? Gigantamax. We're gonna have like Gigantamax versions
Well, we had a giant Mickey
of these
at
different
one
glimmers.
point. I mean, we had a giant.
We
Mickey,
did have giant
so,
Mickey.
I mean, it's possible.
So, or is it just talking about the Titans? Are we gonna see the return of the different Titans from Greek mythology there? Because that's an entire classification on its own too, that Hades could use to further his plot.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
Yeah, can't wait.
Then lastly, it's just a tease for the time being. We don't have much to say about this one, but this is the set that will come out in Q2 of 2027. In the next few months, probably later in, if it doesn't happen at Gen Con, then I know in August at D23 they have a massive panel going on where they're excited to share even more information. We will probably end up getting what is similar to a special lorecast then, where we will actually get the name of this set. If not, probably not its release date. Maybe its release date, but we'll definitely probably get its name. But this is showing off Leroy and Stitch. It almost looks like they're back inside the Great Illuminary battling it out here.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see that they're pulling from this movie that I don't remember if it was straight to VHS or not, but they're really leaning into the extra cousins and stuff here. And I think among the Discord community, when we talked about this, we were talking. It almost seems like a clone-esque scenario. Like if anyone's seen, I know it's different, but if anyone out there has seen Pokemon the first movie, there is a thing or a storyline within it where Mewtwo, he's a clone of Mew, he makes an entire army of clones and has them battle out against the actual Pokemon there.
Yeah.
This is what that reminds us of, is like Leroy battling Stitch. And then you see Hades in the previous set gathering all of these different villains and stuff like that. It just makes me wonder if we're not going to have like doppelgangers essentially of different glimmers, and they're going to have to like battle out their actual versions.
Yeah. That could happen. I mean, we've had, well, in this set, we've got the Vine. They're kind of doppelgangers, so sure, why not?
It'd be crazy. Even seeing like the villains team up with the good guys to like take on their villainous counterparts.
Yeah.
But you're not the real me.
Yeah. Sure. Anything can happen. Who knows? It's a Wild West right now.
It really is. And I thought we were leaving Wilds.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Guess we're still in it until we take care of this vine. But with all that being said, and speaking of the vine, guys, we've been on here for a while. We have to get out of here. We have to go take on the vine ourselves and go get Preston back for one, because we only got a couple of more weeks. We only got a couple of more weeks until Attack of the Vine releases him. We got to go rescue him before pre-release hits, because he can't miss that.
Yeah.
Especially if he's trying to get some of these promos.
Exactly.
But thank you guys for showing up, listening. What is all the stuff that I'm supposed to say?
It's been a long show.
It has. If you want to contact us, you can always do so at podcast@theinkTable.com for any business inquiries. Ravensburger, that means you or anyone else. If you would like to represent the Ink Table and get some merch, kind of like this hat or shirts that John and I are rocking today, then you can visit our shop at theinkTable-shop.fourthwall.com. No matter where you're listening, those links and stuff should be down in the description. You can also visit our website, theinkTable.com, hosted over on the Gamers Lounge site, to see some in-depth synopsises of any of our past podcast episodes that you may have missed, along with some insight to some more fun at the table, kind of like we saw with our friends Here Be Monsters and all the other shenanigans that we're about to get into at Gen Con coming up.
Right.
So no matter where you're listening, whether it be here on YouTube, on a podcaster of choice, please make sure to leave a comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. We're at like 430 something. We're still on the cusp of reaching our goal that we set out last November at our 1-year anniversary of wanting 500 subscribers by the end of the year. We're getting there. We're super close. We've seen a lot of new people come in. Welcome to the Ink Table. Welcome to the world of Lorcana. And as always, everybody, thanks for pulling up a seat. We'll see you guys probably later on again in July after pre-release.
Yep. See you guys. This podcast is part of the Gamers Lounge Radio Network. Get more gaming news and shows at www.the-gamers-lounge.com.